Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel for our Darkling playthrough. In the last episode we started working our way up into the Bay of Crabs. There's only North Cracklaw left now to take, but we need to wait for our prestige to improve before then. And we have the claim on Lannisters, but we're waiting for the claim on the God's Fort so that we can take all the way around the God's Eye. So it's just a case of letting things tick over, waiting for that claim, let our money and prestige improve, and whilst we're waiting we'll get some matches for our sons. So sons, we have Lord Zachary, who is the Lord of Rosby, who's our heir. He's already betrothed to a Hornburn, one of the vassals. Then we have Prince Tristan, who's betrothed to a Tarf. Then we have Prince John, who is 3. We have Prince Clarence, who's 2. And Prince Elston, who is 0. So we can find 3 good matches for these. We'll let things tick along whilst we do that. Let's have a look at some of the river landlords, shall we? If we're going to be trying to take these lower riverlands, which are closer to us, it's probably a good idea to get some matches with some of these. What about the Brackens? Okay, so he's an old lord. He's got his son and heir, who has a daughter, Shara Bracken, who is 2. She's sickly, though, so that could be a problem, but that's a potential match. What about the Blackwoods? He has a son as well, and who has a daughter, Princess Janea of Riverrun. Do the Blackwoods own Riverrun now then? Which is interesting. Yes, so they do. Okay, so the Blackwoods are quite powerful. Yes. Okay then. Let's yeah, that's a definite match then. Let's arrange a betrothal between her, and let's go for John. Perfect. Yes, and they will accept. That's good. So they've got the Riverrun and the Blackwood lands. So the Blackwoods have improved in power quite a lot. So that's one good match. That's one son. We've got 2 others. Could go for some of these Stormlords, but we've already got the Massies and the Tarfs, and there's a lot of Durandons around here, so that probably isn't going to work. We could go for some of the Reach Lords. Tumbledon didn't have anyone we looked. They've got Peak, who someone did suggest, which would be a good one. They're next to the Stormlands and the Reach, but unfortunately there's no Peaks there, so we'll have to give the Peaks a miss. What about some more of these river lords? And what about House Piper, who look like they have lost a good chunk of their land to the rock, so they're not overly powerful, so we'll probably give those a miss. Doddington, no. What about House Vance? Own a decent chunk of land. The son and heir's 31, so hopefully he's got a daughter, but he hasn't. That's a shame. None of the son, no, so we'll give House Vance a miss then. I'm trying to think who else would be a good match. There's these lower Vale Lord. What about House Royce? Do they have a daughter? Yes, but she's the heir, so I doubt they're gonna... We can try, but I doubt they're gonna be willing to go for that. Let's have a look. Oh no, they are. So Janara Royce and Clarence. Yes, so there's one. So we've got one son left, who is Elston, who's 0 years old. So we'll save him for now. So we've gone with those 2 betrothals. Sorry about that, bang. We've gone for those 2 betrothals that are set up, which is nice. We just need that prestige now to take North Cracklaw. Or, if not that, we need the claim on the Godfort to go for that. Right, so we've got that sorted. Can we form an alliance with House Royce? Yes, perfect. Now we'll just wait for the Blackwood reply as well. What are the Lannisters up to? Oh, the Lannisters at war with the Stormlands. Interesting, yes. For what, vassalization war, sorry? Defending against Storm King Torgod the Fowler and Stormlander, Stone and Sky. Okay, so the Stormlands are going for Stone and Sky, and the Lannisters have got involved on their side. That's good. Let them all fight amongst themselves. It weakens all of them, ready for our expansion. We won't get involved in any of these. Perfect. We've got the alliance with the Royces now. So the Royces, Tarfs, and Masses decided to accept Josh Chestnut for betrothal between Prince John and Princess Janea. Perfect. Can we form an alliance with House of Blackwood? No, he's not willing. But what about the actual main member of the house offering a non-aggression pact? Not interested. Send a gift. We don't have to send you... Wow, that improved your opinion of us massively. So can we offer a non-aggression pact now? Yes, perfect. So hopefully we can still get that alliance, but just through a different way. Perfect. He's accepted that. Would you like to form an alliance? Yes, perfect. So we got what we wanted in the end anyway. That alliance with the Blackwoods. The Iron Islands could become a problem at some point, but their kingdom's very spread out, as you can see, and there's a lot of people who hate them, so that could work in our favour as we expand westward. May live in harm and contentment. I, Prince Fiamore Blackwood, accept your proposal for an alliance. Thank you very much. Perfect. Once we get a bit more gold as well, we are going to go for Dragonstone, but I will change the name. I think we're going to call it Duskstone. I think that'd be a good name for a Darkling island, so we'll do that once we get there. Driftmark's a very good place for it to have. We're going to keep that for ourselves for now. Hopefully we can take North Cracklaw pretty soon. Lord Leo has voted balance. Yeah, doesn't really involve us too much. We've got a nice bit of money. Unmarried heir. Yes, but he's betrothed. Just got to wait until that pops up and that they get married. Hopefully we'll get a nice dowry as well from that, just improving our cash flow a little bit more. I wish to formally invite you to my court for a period of festivities leading up to my coronation. Yes, of course. Even though we're going to go to war with you soon, we will attend, because last time we did that we got a shit ton of gold and prestige, so we're definitely going to go for that. King Edmund has spared no expense for his coronation. As I was admiring the lavish sights offered by his palace, I was approached by the king himself after having talked to him for a while. I'm starting to think that we might have a lot in common. Okay, so we can actually become friends with the Riverlands. Okay, it could work if we had the Riverlands on side, but I wanted to expand into the Riverlands, but it could give us a good friendship. And then we just go for the Stormland lands instead for now. So, yeah, okay, we're not going to turn that down. If we've got a chance of a friendship, it just stops our expansion westward for now, but can we form an alliance through that? No, it doesn't look like it. We'll see what comes of it. We can always attack him anyway. King Edmund kneels before High Septon as his host of lords surrounds them in complete silence. The Pope, or the High Septon, blesses him before placing the crown upon Edmund's head and proclaiming him King of the Trident by the grace of God. Long live the King. We gain 100 prestige from that, which is perfect, which means we can finally finish our conquest of North Cracklaw. With the ceremony finally concluded, King Edmund bid me farewell and dismissed me from his court alongside all his other guests. It's good to be back in Duskendale. Right. House Boggs, you're the last ones remaining, and we're going to force your vassalization now. Send the regency for King Stefan of the Dusklands has ended. Hang on a minute, have we lost our Toff alliance? No. Have we lost our Massey alliance then? We've lost one of the alliance. No. Why did it say we only had 3 alliances? The Blackwoods? Oh, okay, so the Blackwood alliance is now ended. Because, oh, okay, so what happened to Lord Blackwood? Okay, send you a gift. See if we can form an alliance after that. Yes, there we go, we'll get our Blackwood alliance back. I don't want to lose that. Okay, right, so now we've declared war. We're not going to need a huge amount of manpower, so let's just call up our Duskendale army, along with our Rosby army, maybe, of our son. Wow, the Rosby army is huge. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Let's march those to Cracklaw Baron, and then we'll march on to North Cracklaw. Hopefully we can create the High Lordship after that as well, giving us a little bit more power, and spreading that power out among our vassals as well. To the glorious King Stefan, peace be with you. I, Lord Gilliam of Blackwood, accept your proposal for an alliance. Perfect. Hopefully we'll be able to colonise Claw Isle and Dragonstone soon as well, before some Valyrians come over and do it. The old wound has finally healed, leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. Ill. Okay, we've got scarred rather than wounded though, so at least we've healed, which is the main thing. I can't believe how much manpower we've got just from Duskendale and Rosby. That is insane. 8,000 men. Right, perfect. Let's just march straight onto North Cracklaw, defeat that small host, and get the castle under siege. And it looks like they're going to flee. So let's march on and try and get them. Some barracks have been built in Driftmark. Perfect. Special minor title. We need a new commander. Why? Who have we lost? Okay, Perkin, Lord of Diadem. He's pretty good. Unyielding. Yeah, why not? We'll go for him. Lord of Diadem. Right, let's march on to this small Boggs army to take care of that first. Lord Carlton of Cracklaw Baron has provided me with proof that someone has been viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? Who's been slandering us? Okay, our Hand of the King apparently. Threatened with exposure and let's out all factions. We'll keep it to ourselves for now. I don't want to go around upsetting our loyal lords. And also we're earning a lot of money, so hopefully we can do another colonisation soon. I think I'll go for Dragonstone next, just because I think that'll be the one more likely to get taken first. Right, let's march on to North Cracklaw. And we've got another, we need another commander. We haven't really got anyone, so we'll just go with Lord Cave to try and keep him on side. Now let's get this siege underway in Cracklaw. Finishing our conquest of this area. There we go, another victory in battle. 500 defenders, so it's literally as soon as we can assault, we'll end this war and get it out of the way. Perfect, 100%. That was a very easy war. Offer peace and enforce demands. Perfect. The Dusklands North Cracklaw vassalization war has ended. King Stefan of the Dusklands has won. Perfect. Disband our units, and we're now known as the Gallant. Awesome, that's a decent nickname to have. He's been a very good king, hasn't he, to be fair, King Stefan. He's done very well. Keeps all his lords on side. They all have great opinions of him. Got an open council position. What's happened to our Lord Treasurer then? Who else have we got? We've not really got anyone that good. We've got Tawny, who's Ironborn. Yeah, we'll have to go for you then. Let's get you to collect taxes in, Duskendale or Driftmark. Duskendale for now. During the last few days, Prince Elson has been clutching at his stomach and made frequent visits to the Priver. He's only one. Yes, call for the physician at once. We want to make sure that he doesn't die. We want to keep all our sons. Right, we just want to get that 400 gold now then, so that we can try and colonise Dragonstone, or Duskstone as I'm going to call it. Dragonstone makes no sense as in the game. Oh, whoa, whoa, we're getting raided by Ironborn Raiders. Fuck off. Right, how many men can we call up from Rosby? 5,000. Wow, we can get so much manpower from Rosby. It's ridiculous. Let's let that army's morale recover, though, before we decide to march on to those 3,000 men. That should be about enough. Let's march those on. We can always call up the army from Hollard Hill as well, which is 1,000. And what about... Oh, we can't call any up from Edgerton. Right. Let's march them onto them. Hopefully they'll get back on their ships and flee. Yes, there we go. They've fled as usual. And they've sailed up into the God's Eye. You bastards. And now... Where are they going? My liege, my work in Godsfort seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening, and forging documents, I've managed to gain a claim on the lordship of the Godsfort. 90 gold. Oh, we're so close to having the gold. We need to colonise Dragonstone, though. But yeah, we can't afford to turn down a chance to get that claim. My young son has finished his education in military strategy and command. It is evident that he has excelled in his studies. Perfect, skilled commander, awesome. Hopefully he'll get, and he's a direct leader. Hopefully he gets some other decent traits. But that's good, skilled commander, very good indeed. Right, disband our armies there. Disband you as soon as you arrive. Perfect. Right, why can't we create this High Lordship? Same as there's a High Lordship here for Butterwell and Shoreham, which is the High Lordship of Butterwell, but we haven't had the option to create that either. Do we actually need the titles to do so? I'm not sure. We do need to move on our diplomat somewhere else now, though. Where do we try and fabricate a claim on next? Let's start fabricating a claim on the Stokeworth, Hayford, and King's Landing. Start moving down south. The Stormlands aren't that strong at present. 16,000. We can call up 22,000 plus all our allies. So, yeah, let's start getting claims on those lands around the Blackwater Rush, which we wanted originally anyway, but we've had to play a longer game to get them. Your Grace, King Stefan the Trident is under attack from the Bite and is in need of aid. We implore you to join our coalition against our common enemy. No, we're not going to get involved. As we say every time, we're not getting involved in these wars. We'll let you all weaken yourselves whilst the Dusklands gets stronger and stronger. Right, I'm going to forward things along while our money improves. Your Grace, my house has been cruelly disposed of its lands and incomes, leaving us with no home and no seat. I humbly request that you offer us land and refuge in the Dusklands. In return, I offer just recompense and House Farman's eternal loyalty. House Farman? Interesting. We gain 200 gold from letting them in. Is granted the Lordship of Driftmark. Ooh. Could be interesting. House Farman moving to the east side. They are used to living on an island. Yeah, sure. I'll give you the lordship of Driftmark. Why not? That's an interesting turn of events. So who has Fair Isle now? The Ironborn have taken it. The Greyjoys. So the farm. That's interesting. I've not had that happen very often. So it's like when the Manderleys went north, isn't it? Farmans. Awesome. Interesting. To the lordship of Driftmark. It gives us all that money as well. So now we can go ahead. And where is it? We can colonise Dragonstone. Do it. Perfect. Right, I'm going to change the name though, as I said, because it makes no sense to be called Dragonstone in this era. So I'm just going to change that to Duskstone. There we go. Perfect. So we did lose a Demence that was our own, but we've gained a new one, and we have the city and castle here that we need to give away. So who have we got? I think one of our other uncles didn't yet have a title, or did we? No, Sept of Nimark and the Master of Hull. Okay, so they did have titles. Have we got anyone in our court who is yet to be gifted a castle or anything? Ronald Morgan, let's grant you the landed title. Castle of Windworm, include lower titles. Send, that still puts us 2 over though. What else do we still have? The Sept of Dragonstone City, Sept of Driftmark. Well, we'll give you the Sept of Driftmark because that should belong to you now, including the lower titles. Send leaves us 1 over. We've got a random city, haven't we? We'll give that to a random courtier, Tomard, whoever you are. Here you go. Grant landed title. You can have the city of Darklyn, whatever that is. There we go. Send. Perfect. That puts us back on to the right amount of Demence. And we need a commander for the Dusklands. We've lost a commander. Let's have a look. Yes, we'll go with our son, Zachary, now. And we need a Paramount Knight. Who have we got who's a really good knight? Okay, Perrit, Lord of Diadem. He is a knight. He's not our best fighter, so we'll go with him. Sir Brune. And yep, that's everything filled out. It's awesome that we now have Dragonstone and Driftmark as well. We've lost a council member. Oh, we can now have a High Admiral. Well, we'll go with Lord Farman for that, considering he's out on the island. Perfect. Really interesting that we've got the Farmans on our side. Really interesting. King Stephen Darklyn, I hereby invite you to participate in the tourney of the Antlers. We'll go just because we can get a bit of prestige for it, even though we're probably not going to achieve much there, but it's worth it just for any prestige that we can get. Let's ready our horse. The tourney herald announces the contest of the next jazz. You've been drawn against Sir Jocelyn Serenus. Okay, so we're probably going to lose this. Let's steady our horse. As you close in on your opponent, you see an opening. You deftly guard your lantern and strike whilst evading their charge. Hit. Oh, we actually look like we're going to win. You expertly struck Sir Jocelyn with your lance right in the middle of his breastplate, causing your lance to shatter into 1,000 pieces as he is sent flying from the saddle. The crowd gives a great cheer at your victory and is relieved to see Sir Jocelyn is unharmed. A fine hit, I must say. Perfect. And now we're against Sir Elmar. Now, he won the last tourney, didn't he? After knocking us out, so I can't see us getting any further. And you've been declared the winner, defeating Sir Jocelyn. Yes, perfect. Gets us 5 prestige. Your opponent gets the better of you. Yes, as expected. Recently, I've noted the pitiful state of my wife, Queen Roelle. I have just been informed that the cause of her aches and fatigue is a case of the flu. Call for the physician at once, and we're out of the tournament. Lose 5 prestige. Bollocks. After being skillfully treated by Maester Yoren, my wife Roelle is feeling much better. Perhaps he is deserving of some praise. I should compensate Yoren for a job well done. Yes, have some gold. So Sir Merritt Orion is declared the winner of the tourney. Wow, formidable fighter. Nice. Right, so now we just let our gold improve, and I want to get Claw Isle colonised before we do any further expansion. And why that? We're waiting for that money to thingy. Hopefully we'll get some claims and such. We could always attack the Riverlands, who are currently at war with a peasant revolt, but we are friends of the Riverlands. I feel guilty. I was at the tournament, and although I did not have an opportunity to distinguish myself in the melee, I was sitting around and listening to 2 knights plot together to advantage themselves in the next bout. I offered some advice how I was supposed to know. Oops, lose 1 intrigue. Lord Stephen's tourney is finally over, and it is now time to return home. We could attack the Tullys and take that bit of land, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Your Grace, a host approaches intent on encircling the castle. What shall we do? The castle is impregnable. We'll be safest here, and then we call up our huge Rosby army. What the hell is a massive Dane army doing up here? And then we'll call up our Hollard's Hill army, and we'll wait till our morale improves, and we'll march on. Prince Ronald the Imperious has usurped the title Lordship of Amberley from Richard of Amberley. Okay. Right, let's attack these. Why are the Ironborn coming all the way around the east coast to raid? Lomas Cole has had true history added to their treasury. Awesome. Right, let's march on to that. They're going to escape, but at least we've got rid of them before they sacked our castle. We don't want Duskendale getting sacked. And now there's a Martell Falls up here. What is all these Dornish armies doing up here? Ridiculous. Right, disband our troops. Let's have a look at the Tullys. He's our friend, though. I feel like it'd be bad to go against him, so I don't think we will. They've only got 4,000 men, though. It'd be such an easy victory to take care of these 2 lands. What council position needs filling now? An advisor. Let's go for Lord Florian of Maidenpool. He's a High Lord, and I don't know. Master of Laws. What's happened to Lord Defoe? Okay, Lord Crab's pretty decent though, so we'll go for him. What happened to Lord? Oh, he must have passed away. That's a shame. Right. Fabricate a claim on Stokeworth, please. But I want to colonise Claw Isle first, if we can. Okay, the Stormlands have managed to take Stone and Sky, so that's interesting. They're actually managed to march into Dawn. It'd be interesting to see if they actually managed to take Dawn. It's not good for us, as we wanted to invade them for their northern lands, and now they've just got a lot stronger by taking a new lordship or a new kingdom. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how strong they get. But then again, they are upsetting their vassals, so they can only raise 14,000 men compared to our 23,500. So once we get Dragonstone up and running as well, we should be okay. We're going to have a powerful navy soon as well. We've got many allies as well, so that's good. Let's just keep forwarding things along so that we can colonise Claw Isle. We're halfway there in terms of cash. Your Grace, after much talk, the most devout have finally selected a new High Septon. His Holiness has renounced any worldly name and is no longer a man but an avatar of the gods themselves. May his reign be blessed. High Septon the Third? Really? Okay, we're making a lot of money constantly. We're making, like, literally 1 gold every day or 2. Constant fights and vicious pranks. My 2 children, Clarence and John, just could never seem to get along, but my efforts to install mutual love and respect have finally borne fruit. Their friendship will serve them well when I'm gone. Oh, perfect. We've managed to get our 2 sons to like each other. Distinguished King Stefan, I wish to formally invite you to the court. Okay, so we're going to the Lannister King now for his coronation. Of course, we'll attend because we'll gain loads of prestige for it. Our mothers died a natural death, which is a shame. I received word that your spy master Andrew has been trying to sabotage the economy of one of my provinces. This is intolerable, and to stop further interference, I've arrested him. Does that mean we are not friends with you anymore? No, you're still our friend, but most unfortunate. So we need a new spy master now. Who have we got? Okay, Clawman, you're quite good. So let's get you to... Let's get you to sabotage the economy of the Stormlands instead, because they're more of a rival, more of a threat. The Riverlands aren't much of a threat. Coronation of King Lorimor. King Lorimor kneels before High Septon III as his host of lords surround them in complete silence. The High Septon blesses him before placing the crown upon Lorimor's head and proclaiming him King of the Rock. Awesome, we gain 100 prestige from that, so we've got enough to nearly force vassalization, even though I don't really think there is anyone we can force vassalization on, but it's always good to have that prestige at least. We need a designated regent now. Our mother's dead. Well, it should be our son, really, shouldn't it, as he is our heir. Getting pretty old now, 37, King Stefan. That's a pretty nice scar that he's actually got over his eye, to be honest. He looks pretty badass. His wife's the same age, I believe, isn't she? So I don't think we're going to have any more children by the looks of it. One afternoon, your wife comes over to you and begs a private word. She asks that you allow her to take one of her serving girls as her handmaiden. Let's have a look at you then. If you both get along, I don't see why it's a problem. Why do we have to lose prestige for that? But yeah, fair enough. We've got quite a bit of prestige anyway. It's gold that we currently need. Danes of Dragonstone Native Revolt has declared Native Revolt of Duskstone on King Stefan the Gallant. Okay, that's fine. The colony in Duskstone has long had trouble relationship with the Westerosi Valyrian natives. Okay, right, so let's call up our army from Duskendale with our fleets. Damn it, just 1 ship shy of having enough, which is a pain in the arse. Call up those 4 ships from Hollard Hill, sail them back, and then we'll have enough ships there to sail over and put that down. We only need 35 more gold now as well before we have enough gold to colonise Claw Isle as well. Your Grace, the colony at Duskstone is under siege by forces led by Danis. If the defenders were to capitulate and let the fledgling settlement be sacked, there is a chance the colony may fail and fall back into ruin. Yes, we are on the way to save the day. Right, let's sail over to Duskstone. And there we go, we've dropped off the troops. It's going to be a very easy victory, thank goodness. Perfect. Does that mean, is it a different religion? Let's have a look, religions. No, Faith of the Seven, so we don't need to convert it, I don't think. Right, disband the fleet. Perfect, so we managed to end that. Now we just need a bit more gold so we can colonise Claw Isle before the end of this episode. I'd like to get it colonised and under our control. The Native Revolt of Duskstone has ended. King Stefan of the Dusklands has won. Right, so you're our prisoner now. Let's banish you to the Night's Watch as we're quite a decent person. There we go, it gains us a bit of prestige as well, which is even better. Did lower our gold slightly, but we're making that much gold. It's not going to be long before we have enough for what we want to do anyway. And our prestige and piety are both looking very, very healthy now as well. Battle after battle, siege after siege, my friend King Edmund must be pretty tired of the war. Maybe I could offer to help him in some way. My troops could use the exercise. Some gold should help my friend. My friend has everything under control. Send him 15 gold. Send him some troops. He's at war with 2 people. Interesting. Just send him 15 gold. I don't really want to get involved, but we'll keep our relation. Almost there. 12 more gold to colonise Claw Isle. 10 more gold. 9, 8, 7. It goes up so quick. I've noticed that my uncle Master Durham and my uncle Sir Olidar are not on the best of terms. Oh, here we go. It wouldn't be an episode of the Darkling series, would it, if we didn't have us trying to make our uncles better friends. Family first. My uncle Master Durham refused my suggestion. There will be no reconciliation with Prince. I thought they made up in the last episode. Whatever. 5 more gold. 2 more gold. Your Grace, your son Prince Tristan is responding very well to my tuition. Perfect. Wow, he's very impressive, isn't he, for a 9-year-old? I mean, now his traits have changed, so now he'd be better off with a diplomacy style, and we can't change it, unfortunately. So, damn it, he's going to have to stay with the martial focus now, which he's not suited to anymore. Lord Foran of Birchall has formed an alliance with Lord Tyler of Rook's Rest. And we've just gained a load of money from somewhere. Where did that just come from? No idea. Special title, colonise Claw Isle. Do it. Perfect. There we go. Claw Isle under our control. Oh, and we can create the High Lordship of Dragonstone. Create, yes. Creating this title would give you 20 prestige and cost you 0 gold. Okay, perfect. King Stefan the Gallant has created the High Lordship of Dragonstone. Perfect. But we will change that to the High Lordship of Duskstone to match the rest. Duskstone. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now we need to give Claw Isle to somebody else. As well as we've got some smaller things to give away. What we've got, Sept of Claw Isle, City of somewhere, and the Sept of Dragonstone. Right, let's just give those to some random courtiers, shall we? We've got our Septon. Let's grant him the titles of Sept of Claw Isle. Yeah, and we'll give you the Sept of Dragonstone as well. We'll put you in charge of all of our Sept of Dragonstone. And now we've just got the city to give away, which we'll give to a randomer because it doesn't really matter. Oscar Morgan. Yes, we give you the landed title city of Celetina. Send. Perfect. So now we have we have Duskendale, Dragonstone, and Claw Isle under our control. We need to create the High Lordship for the other areas once we get chance, but we'll end today's episode here for now, guys. We've managed to colonise the 2 other islands, as well as finishing our conquest of Cracklaw, which is awesome. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.